Hello. Welcome to Meditative Friday. Thank you all for joining us today at Mount Zion. Thank you all for joining us. It's so good to see you all. I hope you all have an amazing Friday. I would love it if you would put some hearts, some likes, some shares. Share this with your friends, your family, whomever you think will get some use out of a good word today. And I also want to shout out my sisters who have already started this month off right. With our focus word of order. Thank you all. They did a phenomenal job. If you missed it, make sure you go back and look at Monday and Wednesday's word, meditative word. Now, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we are going to rejoice and be glad in it. It doesn't matter what day it is, it's just always a good day to be on the wake up list. It's always a good day to be in your right mind. It's always a good day to have the activity of your limbs. It is a good day to wake up and have a family that loves and supports you. So I am waking up being grateful and thankful for all the things that God has blessed me with. Now let's get into this word. We're going to start off with our scripture for today, which is, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose." Let's focus on that. Philippians 2:13, the New International Version. "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose." Not our purpose, but his. Because it's about him, not about us. All right, now let us start here. For it is God who works in you to will and act in order to fulfill his good purpose. When we accept Jesus into our heart, our life, there is a process, a shift that occurs. The closer we get, the more we change. Have you noticed that? The closer you get to having a relationship with God, the deeper the relationship gets, the more you start changing. You don't do the same things you used to do. You don't talk about the same things you used to talk about. You don't go to the same places you used to go. Your behavior shifts. Your thoughts shift. You become a different person on the inside. And then it starts showing on the outside. There is an order to things and a process when change occurs. Your will or desires and what you do is to fulfill his purpose, not yours. The changes that occur within us aligns our hearts with his heart, our will with his will. One of our primary purposes is to worship and serve God. We were created by him, for him, and to fulfill his purpose. Isn't that good news? I mean, he first chose to love us, and then we chose to love him back. But isn't that that's good news to know that you are chosen? God chose you for such a time as this. God chose you. He chose to love you. He chose to adopt you into his family. Once you allow God in, he starts going to work and starts chipping away at the things that are hindering your growth and delaying you fulfilling your purpose. I think of it as we are clay. So as I talk about this, we're going to be talking about the process of clay. We're clay. We are clay in God's hands. So clay, what you do to it First, you have to prep it, right? And you prep it by kneading it, and it starts to change. Not instantaneous, but it starts to change. Next comes shaping and forming. Some small changes start occurring. In relation to us, how we change, and it's because of the life experiences that we have that helps us change into a different person, different experiences that we have. Maybe your thoughts about things start to shift. Then with the clay, the piece is dry, so all that the moisture is removed to prevent warping and cracking. Now, this particular stage is crucial for creating a strong structure. So every step in making clay become a vase or a bowl or a cup, every stage is crucial. This stage helps build a strong structure. Then it's fired in a kiln, and then it's taken out and glazed and then fired again at a higher temperature in the kiln. This is similar to what happens to us over and over again. We face things, we go through a process of how to handle the situation, what's the right decision to make. And just to note, we ask not, we have not because we ask not. We have not because we ask not. So if we don't know what to do, God says, ask for wisdom and He'll give it to you. So if you don't know, ask. So we start out this way, but as we evolve and develop with the assistance of life's challenges and God's help, we become a better version of ourselves. This version's purpose is to fulfill His purpose and His desires and His will. The preparation helps us to be able to withstand the fire. So what's the fire? Life and its trials and tribulations. But before we can handle what life brings with it, God always prepares us first. He doesn't just throw us in the fire, He prepares us first. As we're able to handle one stage, and if we successfully pass that stage, we move to the next stage. But just like the clay, we can't move to the next stage until we're ready. Imagine what kind of product you'll end up with if you knead the clay and then immediately throw it into the fire at a high temperature. It's not going to come out the way it would have came out if it was going through the right stages. So that clay wouldn't form properly and it wouldn't become a beautiful work of art because we skips crucial stages. So even though the things that we deal with aren't fun, they're necessary. All things work together for the good, for our good. So even though sometimes we wish we can choose what to go through or what experiences we're going to have, even though they're uncomfortable, as it was necessary for you to become your complete self and be a part of His plan. So I hope that illustration with clay really helped you understand what is happening. God is working inside, just like we're clay in His hands. And when He's working on us, He's working on us, He's working on us when we allow Him to come in. And as He's working on us, He's changing us. Our will and our behavior starts to line up with what we're supposed to be doing, what we're supposed to be thinking, what we're supposed to be saying. And the whole purpose of it is to fulfill His purpose. We're fulfilling His will, His desires for us, because He knows best. We think we know best, but we don't. He knows best. So join me right now to look at our declaration for today, which says, Benitria will continue to allow God to work in her in order for his purpose to be fulfilled. Benitria will continue to allow God to work in her in order for his purpose to be fulfilled. You replace your name where my name is. And repeat the scripture Philippians 2:13 and this declaration at least 10 times, or enough times for you to memorize it and or for it to get in you. Okay? Thank you all for joining us today. And I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing Friday. Thank you again for joining us. See you again on Monday. Thanks.